People talk about fate like it's already written, like you're supposed to follow a script, play your part, and accept whatever the world gives you. Fate, a word people love to throw around. It's destiny. It was meant to be. The one man who saved me was killed right in front of me. I was born in a dead city, in a dying world. I saw my people burn to the ground, while the ones in power looked the other way. Do you know what it's like to be told you don't even deserve to exist? To hear people say you won't live long enough to make a difference. I was a child, and I was already marked for death, but I refused. I refused to let some twisted fate decide when my story ends. If the world was going to burn, then I would light my own fire. If I was going to die, then I would carve my name into history before I went. And that's what I did. I took control. I made my own rules. I became the man who decides my own future. I won't lie to you, there's a price. Power comes with sacrifice. Freedom comes with loss. You will have to let go of things you love. You will have to make choices that tear you apart inside. But tell me, would you rather suffer knowing you fought for something, or rot away because you never even tried? You think your fate is set in stone, that the world has already decided who you are. Then take that stone and shatter it. Burn your name into the world so that even in death, they will remember you. That is what it means to be free. I refuse. I was born into a dying city and sentenced to death before I even had a chance to live. I lost everything. But I didn't let that be the end of my story. I carved my own path, even if it meant staining my hands in blood. If the world tries to break you, don't let it. If they say you're not strong enough, prove them wrong. Your past doesn't define you. Your pain doesn't own you. The only thing that matters is whether or not you stand back up and fight. Take control of your life. Burn your name into this world so they never forget you. And don't let anybody say otherwise.
This world will break you if you let it. It will take everything from you and then laugh as you struggle to stand. That's when you have to make a choice. By me, will you let the weight crush you? Or will you push back? You think pain is an excuse? That just because you're tired, just because it hurts, that you get to give up? No, you keep fighting. Even when there's no hope. Even when everything around you is telling you that it's pointless. You fight. Because the moment you stop, you let the world decide your fate for you. And trust me, this world will show you no mercy. I have fought battles where I knew the odds were against me. I have stepped onto fields where victory wasn't even an option. And still, I fought. Because in the end, there is only one thing that separates the ones who make it from the ones who don't. The will to keep going. Loss is the price of survival. People want to talk about strength like it's something you're born with. Let me tell you the truth. There is no such thing. The only real strength is the ability to stand up when the world tells you to stay down. I've seen more death than most people could imagine. I've buried friends, comrades, and people who fought beside me. And every time, I asked myself the same thing. Why am I still here? Why them and not me? And the answer is simple. Because I refuse to stop moving forward. And so shall you. Just keep going. Don't quit. If you quit, it all ends. You throw in the towel and you've lost. People will betray you. The ones you care about will be taken from you. And the moment you think you can rest, that's when the world will hit you the hardest. So don't wait for things to get easier. Don't wait for someone to save you. No one is coming. You are alone. And that is exactly why you must stand. You're tired. Good. That means you're still alive. That means you still have a chance. The ones who make it to the end aren't the strongest. They aren't the fastest. They are the ones who refuse to quit, no matter how much it hurts. So when life knocks you down, and trust me, not because you want to, Not because it's easy, but because you have to stand up. Always.
When I first stepped into the ring, I was just a weak kid. No talent, no power. Nothing special about me. People looked at me and saw someone who could never make it. And maybe they were right, at least at first. But here's the thing about strength. It isn't something you're born with. It isn't given to you. It's something you earn. It's something you build step by step, punch by punch, loss by loss. Every time I got knocked down, I could have stayed down. Every time I lost, I could have quit. But I didn't, and neither should you. People love to say they want to be strong, they want to be champions, they want to win. But do you know what separates the real fighters from the ones who just talk? Effort. It's easy to say you want something. It's easy to dream about being the best. But when you're in the middle of it, when you're sweating, hurting, bleeding, are you still willing to push forward? Are you willing to put in the work when no one's watching? Because that's where real strength is born. Strength isn't just about winning. It's about the moments when you're too exhausted to move, when everything in you is telling you to stop. But you take another step forward anyway. It's about pushing past the breaking point, because you know that every moment you keep going, you're getting stronger. But there will always be someone bigger, someone faster, someone stronger. But what they can't take from you is your will to fight, the decision to push forward, no matter what. You don't need to be the best. You don't need to be the strongest. But you do need to be someone who never stops fighting, someone who keeps getting back up, no matter how hard they fall.